Time to level up these fields to be huge, sprawling farmland with windmills and granaries to supply our town with food. But not only that, I got so much into planning, I started to draw out the island, tracing over the original and planning out how I want it to really look in the end. Stick around and let's see how much work I got myself into. Getting started, I moved my enchanting setup over to the villagers, got my gear set up, and with tons of trading later, I have everything sorted. Let's just start small, one farm at a time, but this whole area is getting a makeover. I went straight into grabbing some leaves for the farm, as well as dismantling the road and the surrounding area, and then rebuilding it.
Hello there.
I've placed all the leaves, and that's what we're looking at. It's not too big. I think this is going to be where I put in a bunch of beetroot. I know, who wants to farm beetroot? But now that I'm thinking about it, I might add a little bit more of a hill here. It will obscure the house, but that's okay. And the road's going to be redirected around this way and past this side all the way around. And that's the last bits of grass placed in. I think this is looking good. Let's just go stand over here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, all right. And then I can see plants over the top. You can still just get a hint of the roof of the building, and as you come around to the lower point, you'll be able to see the houses it pokes through. Oh, melons. I put melons up to get on the roof. I'm actually out of beetroot and pretty much don't have much bone meal. I have some. I want to keep it though. So this big pond behind me is going. I need to get rid of it because I want to use this land here. So I need to go get some dirt because I'm pretty much out. I don't know where I put all the dirt from my sugarcane digging went. It's looking great. Look at it. It's a nice rolling hill. I love doing terraforming, honestly, in a way. I love how it turns out. It's just the monotonous dirt and just the amount of supplies you need to use. That is quite a drain. The next project is, of course, this one, but that will come later. I don't have enough dirt for it, but that's not important. There's a new farm to build here. Lots of new farms. And, of course, I've got to finish all that. This is all grown up. I added a little bit over time in between, and I can pick all of this now and then fill it all in. Field is all set, and they've also already mapped out a smaller field over here. This is going to be flowers. I'm not sure what type. Definitely not sunflowers. And here is the path that's going that way. So we're going to have a path that goes in both ways. It's going to split. The field is all done and we've got a lot growing already. I've messed with some of my resources packs, so everything's not looking so great right now. But I've also built another field. I'm going to put flowers in it instead of actually one of the food items. And then this path is going this way, and then we'll have a path going that way back towards the barn area. But over this way, this path is actually going to lead to a windmill that's going to be right here and add some nice height to the area, as well as another field here. I think I'm going to do wheat there, and then another maybe carrot over this side. So a lot of fields to do, but I think I need to terraform that bit of river. So more digging. I really need the dirt anyway. Alright, so I've knocked these spots down, but I'm also thinking of bringing some height back. So the building will be over here. So I want the field to be this side. So I'm actually thinking of bringing it up to this height, just a 2-block height, maybe 3. I'll see if I can make it work. And then we can slope back down on this side, back to the river side. I'm still going to get rid of this and then work my way back up, I think that's the best way to go. Diggy dirt, dig all the dirt. This spot has been staring at me from the very beginning. That's where we started, and it's finally been torn down. You 2 will be torn down, and you 3. So this is all going. I've already built a little bit of a sample of how I think I want it to go up. I kind of like it. It just needs to, well, it needs more work. It's time to stop. I'm sick of terraforming. It's time to do the windmill. I want to build a nice big windmill here. Well, actually, it's not going to be that big. I need some jungle wood. I need some actual mud. So I'm going to have to go into the river and do that. And I need to take care of these guys. I went and grabbed ice because if we grab our terracotta like that and put an ice in there, we can return it back to the norm. This is exactly the way the hermits do it because it's the same mod. And now we've made use of our lovely, lovely mason villager. And I don't need that much, so that's enough. That's how tall it is from this house over here. As you can see, it's not that tall, especially because it's on a lower point of the hill. And you can see the jungle wood really works well with the brick and the terracotta. The colors are really quite nice, and from a distance you can't even tell that it's not a brick, it's a plank. So I just grabbed some items that I forgot from the mining area, and look at this. I'm already happy with how it looks in the distance. Now I just can't wait until we actually have the windmill apart. And this is another reason why I do like my items being spread apart, but I kind of hate it. I really like a centralized storage, and I wasn't meant to get off the horse. Mostly because it saves time, and I spend a lot of time running around trying to remember where I put everything, and then sometimes not having it. So a centralized storage really helps, but the downside is I wouldn't have many shots of this because I wouldn't have reason to go over there. So I really would like to be able to find a solution that's a bit of both. Some big storages for main things around in spread out, but also organized enough that I can get to them. So maybe I need to really think about that. So this is how the roof is looking so far. I think I like that. I'm not sure if I want to put some slabs in these spots at this end to make this part look a little different, but I'm not sure if that looks too fat compared to over here. Actually, I don't mind it actually. I think it helps to distinguish the ends a little bit. So I'm going to stick to that for now. We can always remove it later. And then from here, yeah, I think we'll just go a single one up on either side. This is what it's looking like now. I added some extra spruce stairs up the top. It looks like I've made a gap there. I'll fix that up in a minute. But I'm not sure how I'll feel about it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do the windmill on this side so it faces all the buildings over there. And I'm going to need to use diorite for that. Do I have any? I think put some away. Yeah. Diorite wall and a lot of dark oak. I have to turn some of this into trapdoors. There's our beautiful windmill, but it still needs a little work. So with a quick 12, we'll get all the textures in and make it look 10 times better. And that's what it looks like. With a little bit of texturing, it just makes it pop. We've got some jungle wood, it's logs actually, and even a little bit of dirt under the windows to help make them pop, as well as obviously the oak planks to make the top look a little bit more interesting. There's still a lot of work to do around here. I need to build this path in, and of course I need to do the bottom of this windmill. It's not really all done on the inside, it's just a dark dungeon in there, and the grass on the bottom doesn't look exactly proper. And of course I have everything else to do, but unfortunately that's all. Nope, stop. No, we are going to continue. I was about to end the episode, but no, I'm going to continue, and this episode is going to go on a lot longer. I love this track, but I really want to change it. I don't like how windy it is. Originally I did it because I just wanted to make it the smartest way to get there, but now I'm not really liking it. I just want to gush. I've been playing alpha and it's so nice to see such a long distance. Now, for a shulker, we need a donkey. Okay, it loves me, but the problem is I don't think I have a saddle around here. I doubt I would have one just kicking around in this spot. I just realized you can't put donkeys in boats anymore. It's only llamas that you can do that with. However, I will keep taking the donkey. So what we'll just do is hook up a bunch of our boats to the central, and then I'll hold on to donkey and put him onto that one, and we should be able to get everyone going together. Right, I'm pretty much full, and that's all I've devoured. It's actually not that much, really, and there's a problem. I broke my shovel. So I am down to T-word number 2 now. I'm going to leave the bed here. Let's head back. Trying to remember what I was doing. So I was working on a slightly hillier point here and then bringing it back down to the river. Pretty much I'm just trying to clean up the river. You know, I'm going to get rid of all this. I need to deal with this. There's a lot, and I need to make it join up with that and get rid of the melon and pumpkin area. Yeah, it's quite a bit. It's been 3 months since I've recorded an episode. It's been 3 months since I've really opened the world. So forgive me while I get this all ready. Anyway, let's get to this. I'm probably not going to have enough dirt. Welcome back. It's all done, and that's what it's looking like from a distance. It used about 10,000 blocks in total. Now it is looking a little barren, and I tried to add in some extra hills in between so it just wouldn't be just this continuous up and down. But of course that's looking a little barren too, but it doesn't quite look as bad. So I feel like this needs some tweaks. Of course I'm going to test in adding some grass and trees and flowers, and that should really help soften it and make it look more like it. But I feel like it might actually need to be widened. I feel like I might need to bring in the river and make it a little smaller here, and even bring out the island a little further out. But that will come later when I know what I want to do with that space. Let's head over back to the farm. Back over at the fields, and we have these paths to finish. So I've got this one, I've got that one, and then that one, but I don't know if I'm going to get to them all. But at first I'm going to actually downsize this field, like cut it off here and make it join up and turn it into a peony flower farm. So I'm also going to have to replace all this with a ton of coarse dirt, so I've got stuff to do. This path over here is coming along. It's a little awkward. I might have to review this a little bit. But I want to quickly talk about something while I'm here. So I was on Reddit the other night, just answering some, well, I jumped on the new YouTuber area to answer some questions, and I saw a post by a young lady who had, who'd been wanting to make like a more of a community for herself in terms of YouTube, and like the kind of, she ran into some trouble with people who wanted to take advantage of the fact that, you know, she's a new YouTuber, and it made me think about how, like, there's a level of distance you have to generally put yourself between yourself and viewers. Not to say that you can't make friendships from YouTube and viewers can be your friends at some point, but there's definitely a level of safety and carefulness you have to employ. And you kind of have to vet people, as much as that might sound kind of bad, but you kind of have to be a little careful and vet people a bit before you really let them get to know you. And as you get bigger, you know, that distance has to be extended a little bit for your own safety, but also there's just so many people that might want your time, and you just can't really provide it. After all, you're busy doing, you know, YouTube. That's a bit of a shame. I am completely out of coarse dirt, and I'm actually out of gravel. So my road dreams are over. Like, we've just almost met up. If we zoom out, you can see we've almost got there. So everything will have to wait in terms of the roads for a little bit, but it's looking really nice. I'm loving how the roads have really made these farms and fields pop. This is the peony field. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I know I'm going to put some wheat here. This will be in contrast with that one, and maybe given that it's got a little hill, you'll be able to see that too from over that way as well as from here. You can already see the wheat quite a bit since it goes up quite high. And yeah, I'm really happy with all this. A lot of blank canvas, and I just wanted to say, like, because of what I said before, I'm really inspired to try and build in a bit more community because I do a lot of tutorial videos. Most people come watch a tutorial and they leave, right? And so I don't really have much of an interaction. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of these episodes and focusing heavy on it and much less tutorials for a while, as well as posting up some teasers in Discord and whatnot of the upcoming episodes, as well as trying to get you guys to have a say in things. Like I'll have votes coming up or just ask questions, as well as you guys can name some of the stuff around the horses and whatnot. Just a way for you guys to interact and help leave your footprint on this world and help make decisions about how I end up doing things around here. But that does mean everything for this episode is now done. Well, not really, but I'm going to leave it here because it's been quite a while and I want to get this video up, and there's always room for tomorrow. There's a lot of work yet to be done, and I could be here for a long time to do it. And I want to spend another several days in real life getting this all done. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao, and I hope you have a great day.